You're not failing to manifest because you don't believe enough. You're failing because of silent habits that are quietly killing your vibration. Yes, your thoughts, your intentions, your vision board, they mean nothing if you're unknowingly feeding energies that block the universal flow. In this video, you'll uncover the hidden patterns that sabotage your alignment, so you can finally step into the reality that's been waiting for you all along. She often wandered through her days like a ghost in a dream, replaying past regrets and dancing with future anxieties. And though her body moved through the motions of life, her spirit floated elsewhere, anchored not in the now, but in invisible timelines that held no power over her except the power she gave them. The present moment, that sacred altar where all manifestation begins, lay forgotten under layers of mental noise and emotional residue. In the whispers of silence between thoughts, the law of attraction murmurs its truth. Only here and now can creation unfold. Yet, so many get lost in the chase, seeking abundance, while unknowingly building barriers with each thought rooted in what was or what might never be. This misalignment with the universal flow dims their manifestation capabilities, turning infinite possibilities into faint echoes. When the ego clings to pain attachment or unresolved stories, it keeps the soul exiled from the one realm where fulfillment can blossom, the eternal present. To return, one must gently observe these unnoticed habits, breathe deeply, and ground themselves in the body, feeling the sacred pulse of now. Try this. Place a hand on your heart, close your eyes, and simply breathe. In that breath, you are complete. Tell me, have you ever felt like life was slipping by while your mind was elsewhere? Share your experience in the comments. Let's awaken together. But what if the very pain you're trying to avoid is actually the key to your freedom? We explore a truth most fear to face. There are wounds so old they no longer bleed, yet they whisper, softly, insistently, and many, without realizing, wrap their identity around these silent echoes of pain, mistaking them for truths. The ego feeds on this familiarity, anchoring the self to past suffering, as if pain were a compass for navigating life. But holding on to old griefs and betrayals is like carrying stones through a river you're meant to flow through. Every moment becomes heavier, your light dimmer, your manifestation capabilities obscured by shadows. You may crave abundance, love, or peace, but if you're still entangled in the narrative of who hurt you or how you failed, you're tuned to a frequency that repels the very joy you seek. True abundance doesn't grow from fertile soil poisoned by unresolved emotions. That's why spiritual evolution begins with forgiveness, not for others, but for yourself. Practice. Write a letter to your past self. Tell them you're ready to set them free. Burn it with intention under the moonlight and watch the universe respond with grace. Have you noticed how your past still shapes your now? Share one belief or pain you've carried for too long in the comments, and let's release it together. But what happens when we stop blaming the past and start blaming everything else? We reveal a subtle trap that keeps many stuck even as they reach for the light. Have you ever felt lost, disconnected from who you really are? I created 3 transformative ebooks to help you reconnect with your true essence. Click on the link in the pinned comment and begin your transformation now. The moment one points a finger outward, the inner power begins to slip away. Blame is a seductive illusion. It convinces the soul that it is helpless, that others hold the key to its joy or suffering. And slowly the victim mentality weaves its spell, silencing the truth that we are the architects of every moment we live. These negative narratives, so often inherited or repeated unconsciously, form invisible walls. I'm not lucky. They always do this to me. It's never the right time. Each phrase becomes an anchor, keeping us tethered to cycles that sabotage our own abundance. The law of attraction listens not only to our dreams, but to the silent scripts we repeat about ourselves. To transcend this loop, one must shift from complaint to curiosity. Ask, what is this challenge trying to awaken in me? Try this today. Whenever blame arises, pause and instead write down one proactive approach to take. You'll begin to reclaim energy once trapped in resentment and redirect it toward manifestation and fulfillment. Do you catch yourself in these patterns? Comment with one negative narrative you're ready to rewrite and inspire someone who might still be trapped in theirs. And yet, what if the thing we blame the most is the very thing we chase? We uncover a modern obsession that keeps the soul starving no matter how much it consumes. In a world where success is often measured by accumulation, it's easy to fall under the spell of materialistic obsession. The chase for possessions, recognition, and status becomes a ritual of emptiness, an offering made to the ego rather than the soul. And yet, true abundance continues to elude those who believe it wears a price tag. What many forget is that manifestation isn't about acquiring more, but aligning more deeply with the self. When you define worth through external validation, you sever the sacred thread of inner connection. The universe responds not to desperation, but to authenticity. So the more we cling, the more scarcity we create. Let go of the illusion that fulfillment lives in things. Instead, try this. Spend a day without purchasing anything. Just observe, feel the cravings, the impulses. Ask, what am I really trying to fill? You may find that what you're longing for is presence, not possession. True abundance arises not from grasping, but from genuine giving and being. What have you chased that never brought you peace? Share in the comments what material pursuit left you feeling emptier and what you're ready to release. And yet, there is a paradox here. Could giving without expectation be the very key to receiving? We step into the mysterious power of the open hand and open heart. There's a moment when the soul realizes that to receive is not to grasp, but to give without expectation. Genuine giving is an act of alignment, a quiet declaration to the universe, I am already abundant, and in that silent offering, the universal flow responds, pouring in more than we could ever hold through force alone. True giving doesn't seek applause or return, it simply overflows from the heart. It breaks the illusion of lack and anchors us in fulfillment. Whether it's a smile, a moment of presence, or a whispered prayer for someone you've never met, every selfless act vibrates through the cosmic web, returning multiplied in essence, not form. To embody this, practice sacred generosity. Give your time, your attention, your love. Place a crystal under someone's pillow with a blessing, or write an anonymous note of encouragement. You'll begin to feel how energy moves, not linearly, but spirally, returning in ways that surprise and heal. What was the last thing you gave from your soul, not your wallet? Share a moment where giving brought you peace or clarity. Your story could inspire another to open their heart. But what if the greatest gift still waiting to be given is to yourself? In the next topic, we'll journey inward to a sanctuary where your true abundance has always lived. In the stillness of solitude, there lies a voice not often heard amidst the noise. It is the whisper of your truest self. When the external world loses its grip and the distractions fade, you begin to sense the vast universe that exists within. This is where true abundance begins, not in what you possess, but in who you are when everything falls silent. Self-discovery is a journey inward, and yet it unlocks the gates of manifestation outward. Alignment with your essence is the most powerful attractor of all. It clears away the noise of ego, pain attachment, and unnoticed habits, and aligns you with the universal flow. In this space, infinite possibilities become not just dreams, but magnetic certainties. Want to reconnect? Try this practice. Sit by a tree, barefoot if you can, and close your eyes. Place your attention on your breath and imagine golden light flowing from your heart into the roots of the earth. Let it return to you filled with clarity and grounding. This anchoring bridges the gap between your soul and the cosmos. What's one moment in your life when you truly felt connected to your inner being? Comment below. It may help someone else find their own way home, but if the inner world holds so much power, how do we harmonize it with the outer forces of the universe? In the final topic, we explore the sacred dance between you and the cosmos. There is a sacred intelligence that pulses beneath all creation, an invisible current guiding the movement of stars, the unfolding of flowers, and the beating of your heart. To live in harmony with the universe is to recognize that you are not separate from this rhythm, but an extension of it. The moment you stop resisting life and begin to trust its flow, you return to your natural state, aligned, peaceful, and profoundly abundant. This harmony cannot be forced. It is cultivated through surrender, presence, and truth. When you release the need to control outcomes, you begin to feel the subtle guidance of intuition, the gentle pull of synchronicity, and the support of something greater. You become a conscious co-creator, not by pushing reality, but by aligning with it. And as you do, the law of attraction transforms from a concept into a living experience. Each breath, each thought, and each intention becomes a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your reality. The universe responds to your alignment, not your struggle. So walk gently, listen deeply, and trust that what is meant for you will arrive when your vibration welcomes it. Fulfillment is no longer a distant goal. It becomes your natural expression. When you live in harmony with the universe, life stops being a battle and becomes a symphony. Now that you've seen the habits draining your power, ask yourself, which of them are still living in you? What would change if just for today you chose alignment over autopilot? I challenge you. For the next 7 days, be radically present. Observe your thoughts and replace every limiting belief with one that empowers. And tell me below, which habit are you ready to let go of starting now? Subscribe, activate the bell, and let's keep unraveling the mysteries of the universe together. If your habits can block the law of attraction, what if your very thoughts are bending reality itself? In the next video, we'll dive into the quantum realm, where your mind isn't just observing the universe, it's rewriting it.